China, which obviously he wasn't. But yeah, he said it anyway. Any questions? Yeah, he was an eccentric, and he was among the many artists who flourished during this period. And just look to your left, that's a painting done in his earlier years. So you can really see the differences. And now since we're in this hall filled with, we're trying to make room for this lady here. We're now in this hall full of folding screens. I just want to take a minute to observe the different format, different medium, and different scales that one can really use to paint on these screens. So we have 2-panel screens, we have 8 panels, and we have the most typical 8-panel screens. Sometimes they stand in pair, and sometimes they're alone. And they cater to different architectural environments, occasions, and just pure taste of diffusion of them. And also you see different ways of applying gold. We already see the gold foil on the other room. We also see sprinkled gold here. And we also see the entire gold background on the panels over there. So this is really a rich vocabulary that the Japanese people developed. Now folding screens came from China, but it was really in Japan that its representational and expressive potential was pushed to the fullest. And there are various combinations of monochrome ink and colorful renderings of the 4 seasons and birds and flowers. So this is really marvelous. I would really love you guys to dwell here a little while to see them, but we're going to go to the next gallery to see how the Japanese artists articulate sumptuous motives on more modest scales. So, this way.
That's all right.
Duck.
So this is a locker box, a food box, tiered food box. So you can really walk around to appreciate the various sides of it. Now lacquer is very important in Japanese art. It's, in a nutshell, it's a varnish. It's a protective and decorative surface that one can apply to various surfaces such as wood and paper and various other materials to give this very beautiful glossy shine and make it waterproof and also proof to other kind of obstructions or abrasions. And the lacquer came from lacquer tree, the sap of lacquer tree, which is at this time were only available in East Asia. And the process goes, you would polish the under surface, which is the wood, and then you would apply layers of lacquer over it to sort of give it a protective surface. And then sometimes even over 20, 30 layers. And then you would use another tool to sort of polish that and scrape it off. And there are many ways to decorate them. And you can sort of insert decorative motifs while you're applying the lacquer and scrape it back off to the surface where you inserted the decorative motif. Or maquille, which is applying this mixture of lacquer and pigments, sometimes even gold and silver powder, to draw directly on the surface of the lacquerware, which I believe is what you're seeing here. This is a foot box, so correspondingly, you see the spectrum of vividly colored peaches and apricots and melons, and I challenge you to find a phantom melon, watermelon, somewhere around the lower corner. So keep looking. It has to be a very specific angle. It just shows you how skillful this artist is. Now, Shibata Sesshin was probably one of the most important lacquer artists in Japan. He lived in a period, transitional period from Edo, which is ruled by the Tokugawa shogun and marked by stability in political life, into the Meiji period, marked by the Meiji Restoration in 1868, that transformed Japan into a semi-constitutional monarchy. And Shibata Sesshin's mother was believed to have been a geisha in her younger years, and she would have been depicted like the painting over there. And he was born into a family of artisans. So it's really this merchant class instead of high-profile artistic lineage and aesthetic of the pop culture at the time that cultivated and inspired and supported his art throughout the time. And there's another lid over there. It's not because the main body of the box are missing, but because there are two lids made for one set of boxes so that you can have infinite combinations to play with these boxes, how you set them up, and for practical reasons as well. Because when you're, say, picnicking outside, you want to cover some spirits when you are stemming from other parts. Yeah. So are there any questions about this?
When they put the lacquer layer on, would they sand it before they put another layer on?
If it's not for the final, the question was, do they sand the lacquer before applying another layer of lacquer?
Like, is that how they get the shines? They just keep...
Well, they only polish the final surface, so they don't do that every layer they apply. Yeah.
I wasn't clear about the color. Is the color applied first and then they scrape through to get the color to remain? Is that what you're saying?
That's a different technique. So she was asking how the color would apply, whether during applying the lacquer or after. Well, the one I said about inserting certain objects into that were different from coloring. So coloring were done after the lacquer dried, and then you would apply a mixture of lacquer and color and pigment
On top of it.
on top of it. So it really gives you this expressiveness of brushwork as well.
So that would be sort of a final step.
Yeah. And you wait until it dries.
Was it quick drawing? Did they have to work quickly? Was it quick drawing?
That's an excellent question because you have to draw very fast. But I'm not sure. Lacquer doesn't dry as fast, and you can see here these are not things. These are not people. Like it doesn't take you very long to draw them anyway. So I would say the artist would have sufficient time before it dries.
Is there a clear lacquer that goes on top of it after the color is...
I believe this would just be final, and they would not keep adding another, because this layer is already polished, and then they're drawing on this polished layer.
So that the drawings are the last surface where the drawings are.
Yeah, but I would say sometimes, what would you think? Okay.
I think there's a clear, a finishing layer. There
That's
must
what I
be
was
20 or 30 layers
Right.
of lacquer.
there's
And it has a slight ochre color to it.
I would think there was a clear
brownish.
one on top. That's what I was asking. Okay.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
natural lacquer.
Okay. But then also because the color is mixed with the lacquer, so it has that shine as well. Yeah, I can do some research and get back to you. So we're going to go into the George Nakashima room for final conclusion.